So now let's look at when you are ready to settle, or when you are ready to make a choice of a partner. What will be some of the factors you'll be looking for? What qualities will you be looking for? Let's start with Ernest.
I hope I will not describe someone that
don't describe anybody. Just give us factors.
I'll give you credit to create your own human being.
Okay, so someone that understands me, as in the things I like. The person should just understand why I do the things I do.
Okay.
And someone that, how do I put it, loves me. Yeah, not the things that the kind of love that explain. So someone that I can come home to and we can talk about how our day went. Not someone that if I'm talking to this is looking on their phone, doing someone that
doing
can
what?
Posting content.
And someone that can is spiritual, because I'm a Christian, so I'll have to marry somebody or be with someone that is also a Christian and believes in Christ.
So if I get you are looking for true connection. You are looking for a friend. You are looking for somebody who understands you. You are looking for somebody you can relate with, not just romantically, but also platonically. All right. So, Kevin.
So for me, love. If I want to settle down, there are certain key factors I'm looking for, and if I don't see them, I won't go in. It's actually part of the reasons why, for some time now, I haven't had a relationship more than 3 months.
Okay.
Because I start a relationship, I see red flags, and I back out.
But what does that say about you? Though? Why are you not ready to grow the relationship?
Why are you seeing the red light and still thinking it's green and passing the traffic light?
No. The thing is that you won't see the red flags on the very day you decide to like the person. You see, as time goes, or you see this thing, I can't be with you for the rest of my life. And be seeing these things because they would make me want to react in a way that you're not like. And if we can't work around it, if I believe in communication, if we can't work around it, I think we should just go. Be honest. Go our separate. It didn't work, so let's just go our separate paths. So for me, I want to have a wife who is also my companion. I want to have a wife who is my friend. Okay. I want to have a wife who will be my cheerleader, who will be my motivator, who will be my confidant, and sort of an advisor. I could be at work serious with I need some serious answers. I just call wifey, Charlie, I need you to check this thing out for me. What do you think about it? I want someone like that. And I want someone who has same vision as me. I basically want someone who has same vision as me. Someone who believes in the ideas I believe in, who believes in the things I want to pursue. So as a human being, I have purpose. My purpose is geared towards a certain direction, and I want to have a partner who also buys into the idea of my purpose, or who we have like purposeness. You get. So I don't want someone who my goals for life are this way, or my purpose in life is this way, and hers is the opposite direction. When it comes to that, there's always conflict. So she won't allow me to pursue my dreams. I also won't allow her to pursue her dreams. I want to be with someone who people will say, oh, these people are a power couple. And for me, Barack Obama and Michelle Obama are my perfect classical examples. They complement each other in so many ways.
That's right.
And for me, I want to have a partner, a companion who we complement each other in so many ways, and we are all driving towards a certain goal. That for me is who I want to settle with. So it has nothing to do with how big you are, how small you are, how you look. For me, it's the brains. Like she said, I'm sapiosexual. So for me, it's the brains. If you're not bold and intelligent and smart, it doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's no attraction.
There's
the
no
physical
attraction.
doesn't attract.
I'm attracted to the mind.
But
Awesome.
would you date an ugly woman though?
Not an ugly woman. You see, I wouldn't date an ugly woman, but there's a thing about the brain that makes you beautiful without you looking extra beautiful. You get. So even the way you talk and the things you say, the things that come out of your mouth, makes me see you as beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That for me.
I have a concept that some women are beautiful. Yes. So yes, beautiful. I mean, once you see, you can see this is God really took the time to create them. And then some women are pretty. yes, they may have a very nice way, but the pretty comes from within, the qualities, the characteristics, and what makes up them. And then I have another class of ladies, I say they are ugly for. So those ones are not that endowed with the physical, but like I say, it's the within, the beauty is inside. So they are not ugly, they are not beautiful, but they are ugly for. So you get it from within, and I think we need to be. All right, so share with us what are you looking for in a relationship? What are the factors that will make you attracted to somebody?
Okay. So before I even go into my perspective, I think a lot of us have the things we look for. Two kind of three categories. That's what we grew up seeing. So like our parents or our family's model of relationship, what society shows us, and also what we've been told. So for me, I think I relate a lot with what he said. Growing up, I once asked my mom that what kind of man should I bring home, and she told me, don't bring any broke man to my house, but make sure that in all your choosing, choose a man who is wise and a man who has vision, because as women it's our duty to submit, but then as my pastor always says, women are to submit, but then a woman will find it very hard to submit to a man without a vision. Without a vision, there can be no submission.
A foolish man. It's difficult to submit to a foolish man.
Exactly. So as a man, you're the head of the home, so
That's
then you
right.
should be able to lead.
Okay.
And you should love me.
Yeah.
My
My
man should love me. And the reason I say my man should love me, a lot of people say, oh, love is insignificant in a relationship, but I don't think it's true. Because if it was true, the Bible wouldn't have said, women, submit to your husbands, and your husbands, love your wives. And this is a part that most pastors won't tell you. Love your wives as Christ loved the church.
That's true.
So much that he laid down his life for her. And that was the greatest sacrifice Christ did for the whole world, for humankind. So if you're my husband and you love me so much that you lay down your life for me, that's absolute. I can look past your faults, I can look past anything you do, because I'm not perfect, you're not perfect. But the moment you love me, and in that love you honor me, you respect me, you will not disrespect me or degrade me with the way you speak to me, the way you speak for me, and the way you speak about me. I think that says a lot about the kind of love you have for me. And it also says a lot about you, your integrity, and who you are as a man or as a person. And the Bible also says we shouldn't be unequally yoked. So I remember there was a time I liked a Muslim, and I was like, bro, I like you, but this yoke cannot yoke. The yoke is not yoking. You know, and sometimes...
I like you, but we must agree to disagree.
Yes.
And disentangle.
And the thing I really respected about him was also, he also understood that, Charlie, I think it's written in the Quran as well that you shouldn't be unequally yoked. So we both understood it from that perspective, and we had a consensus. Because
and that is what most youth of today fail to have, the consensus that okay, it can't work, we like each other but it can't work, so let's just go our separate ways.
Exactly. And
we don't do that, but I start giving you attitude. I just start giving you attitude that I get hurt, you also get hurt, and then Abaska, that is what's happening today.
So that brings in the element of effective communication.
Yes.
Really communicating our expectations so that the other person can understand us.
Exactly.
Do you feel that is missing in today's relationships?
Yes.
That we are really not
100%.
talking.
Very much.
Why is that?
Because I think people say technology has come to help us, but it also has so many adverse effects. And we could be in a house with someone and the whole day you haven't even spoken to the person because you're on your phone. People go on dates to get to know each other, but you go on a date with a lady or a man and he or she is on their phone. That is so much for me. It is Like,
it's disrespectful.
The biggest disrespect you could ever do to me. Like, we're on a date. Why are we on a date first in the first place? And then you're on your phone, and we don't know how to communicate. I feel if I tell you the things I want to say to you, you'll be offended. So why don't I keep it inside me? And then what's the word? Brood over it. And then because I'm brooding, I start showing attitude to you, and you don't know what you've done to me, but I'm giving you attitude. And because you're also seeing attitude from me, you also don't ask me what it is. Then you also start giving me attitude, and then we are in a what you call a toxic relationship. But we are in a relationship and we are deceiving ourselves. If only we could come out and say, okay, babes, this thing we are doing, I would suggest we do it this way. What do you think about it? Okay, you also bring your opinion. What do you think? Let's come to a consensus. Let's agree on something. That's what we fail to do as youth of today. Obia per se right, and that is what is going on today.
Sometimes people fail to understand that it's not what you say, it's how you say it, and also when you say it. For me, when I'm upset, I've learned not to speak when I'm upset, because the things I'll say to you, bro, you think about it for the rest of your life. So I don't mean it, but when you're upset, foolish things come out of your mouth. So you learn when to speak and when to be quiet, and also how to communicate, your feelings. Most of the reasons that some of these relationships, have these issues is, let's say the man goes like, I'm your man, you can't go to this place, this person cannot be your friend, this. Instead of just telling her that because of the position I have in your life, I'm standing on that authority to tell you can't do this, you can do that. But that's not effective. You should rather sit her down, show her that you respect her, and it's because you love her that you're trying to correct her or trying to tell her that no, this is good for you, this is not good for you. Because even the Bible says we have the permission and the right to do all things, but not all is beneficial to us.
That's right.
So instead of you just telling her that, oh, don't do this, don't do that, tell her that, oh, because of this and this and this and this that this person has done, or characteristics that this person has exhibited, I think it's going to negatively impact you. There's no way you speak to anyone at all, no matter how disagreeable the person is. You sit and talk to the person with such love and respect. And the person may not agree with you, but the person will at least see your perspective. And the person will go back and think about it. It's at the back of the person's mind. And with time, it affects that change. So it's not always about just what you say, it's how you say it and when you say it.
But you know why though? Because we are not trained or taught to speak up and to have difficult conversations.
That's true.
We have a popular saying here that children are meant to be seen
and not heard.
And so we shut people down. In school, your teachers tell you to shut up, not to talk back. And, we're talking about past trauma earlier on. And a lot of people go through that because for 20 years of their lives, they were told not to talk. And so even when they are in a relationship, they don't know to talk. They're going through feelings they don't want to share. They're going through emotions they don't want to share. So we need to unlearn this in our secondary schools, in our primary schools, and teach people to really share what they are going through at any point in time. And then we will learn to have difficult conversations. There's actually a book called Difficult Conversations. You should look for it.
Even at growing up with your parents, you see that your father is doing something that's not right. Your mother won't talk. She'll just say, oh, it's your father. So when the kids are growing today, they have that at the back of their mind that the guys will say, oh, I have to talk, I have to say my mind, shout at the woman, but the ladies are also quiet. And the guy also expects the lady to keep quiet when he's talking. Just accept whatever he's saying. That's like a perception we grew up with because of the things we've seen our parents do.
I think also culture is a big player in this. Most of the time, this table I'm about to shake, I'm really about to shake it and shake it hard. I'm shaking the table. So a lot of men, one of the craziest things happening right now is the men feel,
don't feel tired.
oh, polygamy is part of our culture. Our grandfathers married 27 wives and they had 100 children. Okay, go and do it and pay school fees and let's see.
This table you are shaking.
And some people grew up with, let's say, their fathers having their mothers as wives, and then they have other children outside. And some people also grew up with their fathers going to do that, and then going to bring those children. I don't want to call them, the B word, because I feel like kids should never be made to suffer for the sins of their parents. But like, even in the Bible, they're called bastards. That's where the word came from, right? So, for the lack of a better word, I'm just gonna use that. So you finish cheating on your wife. They're going to bring the evidence of your cheating home to come and live with her. For me, I feel that is so disrespectful. And when the women say, there are some women who tell you that, no, I'm not going to raise these children, then every other person in the family starts to say that, oh yeah, wicked woman, this and this and this. But when you were going to disrespect and honor her, you didn't ask her permission to go and do that. So then why do you go and bring the glaring evidence to come and live with her and traumatize her? And then the whole family ends up ganging up against her. So now she feels like she's the mean one, and then now she has to just succumb to everyone else. And even the people who didn't have this happen in their home, because it so benefits their agenda, they now do it. You don't go and take somebody's daughter and wed the person under the laws of Ghana and then go and be cheating on her and say that, oh, my grandfather, if your grandfather did that, go and live in the village and farm and let's see. It's the truth. The culture plays such a big role in this, and it's destroying a lot of relationships now, to be honest. And that's why sometimes you see some Ghanaian women telling you, I want a prenup. Because at the end of the day...
It started.
Yes.
Oh, yes, it started, of course. I think I want one.
In Ghana?
Of course, you have to protect yourself and your children, because the way things are going right now with our generation, a lot of men are losing the respect and honor and the value of women. But I say this all the time, even though the Bible says the man is the head of the home, this another Konedo Ajimarolin says is, you are the head, but we are the neck. We'll tell you where to turn. The only way is that we'll do it in such a respectful way that you don't know that we are telling you to do it. We'll make you feel like it's your idea. But then at the end of the day, we are anti-violence. We are the ones that are manipulated. Imagine you come home and you're like,
fear women, manipulated.
No, it's not about manipulation. It's not manipulation, because at the end of the day, if Adam didn't need Eve, God wouldn't have made Eve for Adam. At the end of the day, you are like a negative and a positive charge. You have to come together for there to be power. You get it? And it's an interdependent relationship. One is not successful void of the other. It should complement each other in the way, but you can only have the true significance or the true meaning of what it means to be husband and wife, or boyfriend and girlfriend, or partners, if you learn to understand the role of each other and learn to honor that. As a wife, it's my job to honor you as the fact that I chose you to be my husband. I chose you. Men always say that, oh, I married you. But don't forget, you married me, but I also married you. Because when you said, you didn't say marry me, you said, will you marry me? Which means I have a choice. If I didn't say yes, I won't be your wife right now. So a lot of women need to remember that in as much as he chose you, you also chose her. And you also chose him. And your role as a wife doesn't depreciate because now you're someone's husband. No. It should rather be like, oh, he's honoring you because now you're his purpose partner. Now you have a vision. You're both working towards the same goal. So you shouldn't be trying to contradict or see who is more powerful and who is less powerful. And it's nonsense, in my opinion. You're purpose partners. You're working towards the same goal. So you should just learn to be more cohesive instead of trying to. So the culture needs to also. My point is, the culture, as it is right now, it's not serving women in a lot of ways. It has put so many ideas in our heads that makes a lot of women doubt themselves, don't know their value, don't know when to speak up and when to be quiet. There's a lot of things wrong. Even now, when an issue happens and a woman wants to speak, they say, oh, keep quiet, he's the man. It's wrong. When the man is wrong, he should be wrong. Right should be right for everyone, and wrong should be wrong for everyone. It shouldn't be dependent on gender. So
that was
culture needs to work on
Priska
that.
shaking the table.
Women
No, I like that. And I look at culture. In school, when we say culture, we say, oh, culture is a way of life.
Group of people.
So my grandfather's culture is not my culture, because his way of life is different from my way of life. My grandmother's culture is not my culture. So Priska, you are right about we running to that construct when it suits us, because how my great grandfather lived is not how I'm living. So I can't run to what he did as a defense for my actions today. He used to wake up, go and fetch palm wine, palm fufu, go to the farm. That was his culture, his way of life. My way of life is completely different. And so I can't justify my actions in the year 2023 with what he did in 1942 and say that is culture. No, culture is way of life. And if you understand it that way, every cohort, every generation has a new way of life. My son's culture will be different from mine because he will grow up in a different dispensation. And so he cannot justify his action by what I am doing. So culture is not what our grandfathers did. Culture is our way of life. And if we get it that way, we will not use other people's whatever to justify what. There's a reason why they married, they were polygamous. There's a reason. Without understanding that reason, we can't use it for our actions of today. And I think we need to get it right. Otherwise, we will continue to create problems for ourselves. Have you ever had broken heart?
Hey, I saw it.
I think I started by saying mine ended with tears, so
I saw it, yeah. Wow.
Or when it's a straight answer, no.
No. Now you are coming.
I hope.
my dear, it
you
will
hope
reach
not.
everybody. It will reach you.
Jesus is
Nature's garden. It has
Even
space
Jesus
for
had
everybody.
broken hearts.
Hey,
Is
tell
it
us
true?
about that.